One of the interesting things I've noted here, Rich, is the fight for the outside lane. It looks like Terry Troxel was able to get the outside lane from Dave Villwock.
I was almost going to correct you there because people don't normally fight for the outside, but here they are. Inside, very coveted, but this is an outside lane race, and Dave Villwock said it himself earlier. He likes to stay on that clean water and out of the mix. This time, his nemesis, Terry Troxel, took it away from him.
He got the outside, Rich, but it looks like he's a little early. I don't think Dave would be that far back at the start. And indeed, we just hear over the radio that Terry Troxel jumped the gun, puts Dave Villwock in the lead.
That's been some trouble all season long for Terry Troxel. Timing that start ever so important, not only for position, but to give yourself the best chance to win. And look at the race we have coming down this straightaway on Mission Bay. A sight we're used to seeing is the U16 Miss Elam in front, but Lumar's looking sharp as well.
He rattled it up there for a minute. He was at the end of the chute there, I noticed, and he came off the corner and pounced it up a little bit. So he had to get out of the throttle, put the wing down, and it gave Dave just enough more speed to sneak in front of him.
And now that High Points Championship is all locked up for Steve David, maybe, just maybe, Jean Theoret can refocus his efforts on winning here in San Diego.
Well, he has to. He has to concentrate on every race at hand, and Dave Villwock has to concentrate on keeping everything together, keeping his boat clean. And believe me, he is testing the waters right now for the final heat. He's been starting all over the place. This time he started in lane 5. And I guarantee you, if I was in his shoes, I would be using the switch on the steering wheel. What that does is called an event switch. And that puts a little tick mark on the computer printout when you come back from this race and you print it out. It'll tell you how much time it took you to get between different buoys on the race course. And you can add those up, and it'll tell you how much time it takes you to start. He's done it from lane 6. He's done it now from lane 5, and he'll add these things all together. Dave Villwock is one of the best in the sport at learning every chance he gets.
And speaking of best in the sport, he's been around this sport as long as anybody of this generation of drivers. Came back this season, mid-season, to take over the drive for the Elstrom boat. Where does he stand in your estimation in the pantheon of the all-time great drivers?
Well, Dave and I started about the same time, and Dave's obviously a great racer. He has done a wonderful job in the boats he's been in. He's also a technical person. He works on the boats. I've learned from Dave. I think he's learned from me. As far as legendary status goes, I do think he's up there, but not on my list. I think Bill Muncie's higher, Chip Hanauer's higher. Those are guys when I was a kid I looked up to, and I still look up to him today.
And as ironic as it is, we are on Mission Bay in San Diego. This is the chase for the Muncie Cup. Dave Villwock has won one before. Nate's won a race or two in his time here in San Diego as well. So you know how special this is, if for no other reason than just to win the cup that has the namesake of the all-time great Bill Muncie.
Yeah, and Dave's got a big challenge too. Inside the cockpit, he crashed the Budweiser boat and he hurt his hand. He lost some of his fingers, and he's been able to come back from that injury, develop a different glove, a special steering wheel. He's able to drive that boat as good as anybody with all 5 fingers on one hand.
That happened in Tri-Cities, didn't it?
Did happen in Tri-Cities a while back, yes.
That was driving for the Miss Budweiser, and now Dave Villwock driving for the Elstrom Manufacturing Miss Elam Plus, and looking as sharp as we've seen it look all season. He has got it dialed in on this final lap on Mission Bay, collecting another 400 points. That would be his 3rd straight 400-point victory had it not been for that disqualification in Heat 1. Nevertheless, another 400 for Dave Villwock in Heat 3B as he heads into the finals. Your final results: Dave Villwock, as we mentioned, collecting the 400. Lumar chasing him all afternoon, finishing in 2nd, followed by Ken Muscatel in the Prime Lending boat and Terry Troxel in the Spirit of Detroit.